Well, hi, y'all. Welcome to Monks Alive. It's great to have you here. It's great to be here. I'm telling you, it is hot. I don't know if it's hot where you are, but it is hot here. Did a short hike this morning. Just went out for just an hour, and it was too much. And that was at like 9 o'clock. It's still pushing that 100 degree Fahrenheit temperature mark right now. And sort of want to talk a little bit more about hiking in the heat as we get on into the show. But since this is sort of like an open mic night, this is an open invite night. And so anyone who desires to come on, I'm going to leave the link running. The link is also in the comments section. And so feel free to jump into the show. If you do have to be a subscriber, that keeps some of the trolls out of it. I've had that experience once, and working hard to never have that experience again. So, yeah, would love to know how you're doing on this evening here in the United States. I know that I have Arman, who lives in Bangladesh, and it's really early where he's at. Arman, I think it's actually probably like 3:30 in the morning where you're at right now. It's 5 p.m. here. So just want to talk a little bit more about Arman as well. Let me show you something. Now, last week, I put this up, and I was doing a video. That video will go live this coming Friday, I think. I think it's Friday or Saturday. And I'd asked you to vote on what you wanted to have as a title, what you thought would be the best title of these 4. And the majority went with C. These 5 habits will change everything you know about hiking. And so from there, I entitled the video that, and then Armand did this great thumbnail. And his work is absolutely amazing. I don't try to do thumbnails anymore. I'm not good at it. I can't do it. And I appreciate having an expert that can come in and do that part of the support of the channel for me. So Armand, thank you so much for that. I just finished another video, just uploaded it to come out the following week. I try to stay 3 or 4 weeks ahead so that I don't feel rushed, that I have plenty of time to develop the storyline, plenty of time to edit the video, and then to share it with you. So I have Armand that does the thumbnails for these, and then I also have Jaber, who does all the other background stuff. Those two members of this team have really taken a load off of me and let me focus on doing the videos. So this is what I'm doing right now. I think it's appropriate for where we're sitting. It is excessive heat warning. Should you go hiking? And I'm going to try to give you maybe a little glimpse of that video here in a little bit. Got Cool Quest on and hike camp. So guys, if y'all want to come on the show, either one of you, just do the link and come on in here and we'll get to visiting, and I'll give you plenty of time to do that. I am going to show this little, at least a teaser, if not the whole video, that will be coming out in 2 weeks, talking about hiking in the heat, because I think this is a very important topic. And let me just sort of share this with you. It's the middle of summer. It's hot. It's dangerous. But the trail's calling. So what am I going to do? I'm Wandering Monk. So come on, let's go walking together. Well, hey y'all, thanks for joining me. Yeah, it's hot out here. This is no kidding. And this is a place where the trail is unforgiving. We're in the middle of an excessive heat warning here in Kansas. And the temperatures every day are exceeding 100 degrees Fahrenheit. For many, they just don't want to get out in it at all. But if you do, there's some things you need to consider. First is your own health and your condition. Visit your doctor before you start getting out here in this heat. I hiked this Elk River Trail last year, and it was in August. Temperatures were in the high 90s at peak of day, and I had a heat injury. I had heat exhaustion, which is a mild level of heat injury. Your energy sapped and you can't recover, so you just have to stop, and you have to take a break, a long break, and let your body reclaim its energy and cool down. In fact, just a few days after I got off this trail last year, there was a young man found who had died of a heat stroke. I want to talk about a few things to consider as you get out here when your doctor is giving you the green light to come out. The first is hydration. Water. You need lots of water when it's hot like this. I end up drinking about 1 liter an hour, so you end up taking extra water with you. And then along with the water, include electrolytes. Now, you can use the NUN, N-U-U-N electrolytes. They come in this little container, different flavors. But my favorite is electrolytes called Element. L-M-N-T, Element. And they had this watermelon salt flavor that I really like. The nice thing about Element is that there's no sugar in it, and for a diabetic like myself, having no sugar is important. But it does have the salt, does have the electrolytes, and you just pour it into your water and you mix it all up and then drink it. And tastes good, gives your water a little bit of flavor, and then it also helps your body retain the water that you need as you continue to hike. Take extra water, like I said. Yeah, it adds weight to your pack, but you need to consider that as you go. On a hike like this, I'll take about 4.5 liters of water with me. I put 2 liters in each side of my backpack, and then I have a 1/2 liter here on the shoulder. So take lots of water, use electrolytes. let's also talk about sun protection. I keep sunscreen in a little tube that I bring with me, and I have found that this is so important. Sunburn out on the trail is, besides not being healthy for you, can be very painful. And so it's just a little sunscreen. Make sure you put it on your face, well, and on your ears to give you that added protection. And then also a hat is important. My old Tilly hat, I use it. Gives my face some shade from the sun, and then the sides will pop down. And
on the Cherokee Trail from the sun.
When I'm in direct sun and there's no shade, then the sides of my hat will protect my ears and my neck. So have a good hat that you like to have. Your head also needs to be able to breathe under that hat. And that's one of the reasons I like the Tilly, which you see right here, it has these large vents on both sides of it. And that lets the air come through and keep my head cooler. Besides me just liking my old Tilly hat, then it also has some functionality to it. Consider your clothes. You need some loose-fitting clothes that let your body sweat and lets the air come in and provide that natural cooling, the natural ventilation. I have this by New Balance. This is just a very, very lightweight, heavily vented. The back is just all wide open under this flap, very vented, lets a lot of air come through, but also it's UV protected, and it protects my arms from the sun. So having very loose-fitting clothes, very lightweight, so that you can get a good airflow through them, but also that will provide you some protection. Another clothing item that I found that's got several purposes but really helps in the heat is this. This is just sort of a neck gaiter or a neck buff. It's designed also with UV protection in it, so when you have it around your neck, you're protecting your neck from the sun. But the thing I like to do with it is, and you don't have to use your drinking water. You can find water from anywhere. But I'll take this and I will get it wet. Don't wring it out too much. I'll put this wet gaiter around my neck. And it really helps to keep my core cooled down. My neck buff is a big help. Another tip for hiking in the heat is the schedule of your hiking. Think about altering the time that you hike. Instead of hiking through the hottest time of the day, usually from about noon to 4 o'clock, maybe you want to use that time for rest and hike early in the mornings. Get up before the sun comes up. Do some night hiking. If you never hiked at night before, it has its own interesting parts. The animal life, to watch the sun come up is just an amazing thing on the trail. You do need to have a good headlamp. This is my Sun Blessa.
headlamp. This is the Gen 2 version. Really like this headlamp, and I've used it now for several months, and it has served me very well. When you hike, try to avoid that hottest time of the day, that noon to 4, and maybe you hike in the evenings, and maybe you hike early in the morning, and do a little night hiking in there, and give yourself a whole different look at the trail. Fourth thing that you can do for hiking in the heat is take frequent breaks. You don't have to hike all this at once. Take a lot of breaks. Anytime I see a shady spot, especially when I'm hiking in a place that may not have much shade at all, like I did with the Cherokee Trail. I'm hiking through these places, if I can find shade, then I will stop and take that break. Drink my water then, put all of this together, drinking water, maybe re-wet my neck gaiter, make sure that my clothes are loose and fitting, and that I'm staying cool, cooling down. Take your hat off when you're in the shade, let your head dry out well, take your backpack off. You can take your sleeves off and then sort of let your body just cool down every opportunity that you get. Hydration is key, using sunscreen to protect yourself from the rays of the sun. Loose-fitting clothing that lets your body breathe and sweat, but lets the air come in, but it also protects your skin, including things like neck gaiters and sun jackets or sun hoodies that are designed for keeping you cool. Altering your hiking schedule to where you take advantage of the cooler parts of the day. Hiking early in the mornings before the sun comes up, seeing the beauties of the trail at night. Hiking in the evening when the sun is going down and the temperatures begin to fall. Taking that midday, and even if you set up your tent or you find a place like this where you're protected from the sun, and that you just lay down for even 4 hours, take a good long nap, good sleep for those 4 hours. It'll let you then go at night, hike later into the night, and get up earlier so that you can do it again. You can have fun out here even in the summer, but you have to be careful. Be very careful, because heat injury is no joke. It can come up quickly on you. It can hurt you. It can be fatal. So as you're doing this, be wise and stay safe, stay healthy, stay on the path, and God bless you.
Well, you know, there's pros and cons to everything we do. I really like having the time of throwing a video up here, and that way I can spend the time chatting with everyone on the comments. I don't get to do that as much as I'd like to when I'm trying to talk with you. But at the same time, I risk you guys not watching my video because now you've seen it, but it's going to come out in 2 weeks. So please forget it. Forget everything you just saw, and you'll see it again in a couple of weeks. And then you can say, ooh, ah, but anyway, that's the video for a couple of weeks from now. Thanks, Cool Quest. I appreciate you guys. I have so much to learn from everyone in this community. But those were just some of the things that I've learned over the past few years. I've had heat exhaustion now 3 different times on 3 different trails. The last one was on the Cherokee Trail, and that one was had me scared, to be real honest. Yeah, I was out. There was no place to get a shade, just out in this open prairie, walking down the road, and I was I was a little bit scared of what was happening to me because got disoriented, got really tired, couldn't get recovered, couldn't get out of the shade or couldn't get into the shade and out of the sun. Um, but these are the things that I've learned to help to cope. But as I get older, what I learn is my body doesn't have the seems to have the temperature control that it used to when I was young, or maybe I was just more foolish when I was young. What do you think, Max?
What do I think?
Yeah,
Can you hear me? Oh
I
man,
can.
we're gonna have this filter in and out. My internet is so bad. Jeez.
Well,
How's
that's
the
all
audio?
right. Uh, yeah, the audio's very, very good.
Oh boy,
In fact,
here
it's a
we
little
go.
hot. A little hot. But got Tom from Following Walker's World on. Nicole, she's on here. Yeah, Nicole, it was scary to be out there alone and doing it. And
Now still,
makes you,
huh?
and that, but with Max, Max, you've talked about sort of you like to hike solo, but it's a little scary to be out there by yourself. No, Max is still having some technical difficulties. Thank you, Cool Quest. You guys are awesome. You have a good night as well. Yeah, lots of stuff don't work when you're getting older. Yes, Tom, you're absolutely right. I'm finding out more and more stuff is broken. Stuff that I didn't even know I had is broken. And so, yeah, it's not fun. But I'm glad that you are settling in, Tom. I still need to watch the latest video of yours where Max, I'm going to just mute you for a little bit. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, Max, and I'll bring your sound back on. But yeah, what's he saying? You
So now it says my
yeah,
mic is muted. Okay, I gotta.
I've unmuted you. I unmuted you. I had it muted. Go ahead and hit that. Go ahead and unmute it again. There you go.
All right.
Now you
Oh,
can feel the gas.
you got me now.
Yeah,
Now
that's
if my internet holds up out here in this room, it just doesn't do very well. God.
Well, we've been talking about hiking in heat, and Kevin just talked about if you hike with a dog,
yeah.
you have to protect, which is important. Very
Oh
important.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I haven't even been hiking this year yet because it's been so hot.
Yeah.
And it's just no.
It
I
was-
went out for that one hike, and that was
Yeah.
it.
And where did you, was that a local hike you did?
Yeah, that was only about 6 miles outside of town. So, and I got a fly in here that's bugging the heck out of me.
Oh me. Yep. Let's see. Now Tom Walker, I don't know if you're familiar with Tom. He has Following Walker's World is his channel.
Oh yeah.
Great channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's on here with us. Tom, he just moved to South Carolina and now lives very near the Foothills Trail, which is my favorite trail west of the or east of the Mississippi. Wind River Range west of the Mississippi, Foothills Trail east, and that's saying a lot because I love every trail that I hike.
Yeah, I guess Nicole has a video up of the Wind River right now. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I guess she's got one up.
Yes, she does. I'm gonna watching that one tonight. Tom's got one of his new property, and tonight after this, I'm just gonna veg out with YouTube. Watch all my buddies.
Yeah.
Watch all you.
Yeah. Yeah, today was another hot one today.
Was it? How hot?
There. Yeah. Oh, 98.
Yeah. That's hot.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
This summer has been crazy for heat.
Let's see. It's down to 98 here now.
Oh man. Yeah, it's same as here.
Yeah, it was 101 was the high today. Tomorrow's supposed to be 104, 106, 105, 104, 100. That's the forecast.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
Easy. It just
Oh,
a few
yeah.
easy days.
It's just yeah, hot.
It is hot.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I got a little sidetrack coming in late today. I'm sorry about that. I didn't get a chance to set up earlier, and you were already on the air by the time I started to set up. So
That's all right.
jeez.
It gave me a chance to share that video.
Yeah.
And I did my video on artificial intelligence. That thing bombed.
Yeah. Oh, did it really?
It bombed. I think I don't know that folks care about how. I think they just want to see what. So,
Yeah, they just want to see the results. They don't care how you do it.
But yeah, it was funny. It was funny. I
Oh.
was laughing. But yeah,
I watched it.
that's what we got. You have to experiment. You have to experiment with things. So,
Yeah. Now, if this fly lands someplace, I'm going to kill him with my hat. He's driving me
Okay.
nuts.
As long as you don't pull out a piece.
Oh. Yeah, he landed, but he landed on my drink, so I couldn't hit him there.
He knows. He knows.
Yeah. Dang, fly's smarter than me.
Let's see. I don't know if folks know, I'm doing something else. The more stuff that I get involved in, I have a podcast. Wandering Monks podcast. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's on all the mainstream podcasts. But so yeah, and basically what I'm doing.
You're
is
getting
trying to get-
into everything.
I love to give people the opportunity to share, and so yeah.
Hey, you're doing that.
Well, so anyone who would like to come on that podcast with me, just again shoot me an email. Throw my email up here. That's my email, so you can always send me an email. I appreciate it.
Oh, I'm not seeing the. Oh, I had it on private chat, so I wasn't seeing the comments.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I had to switch. I'm a little slow on that, you know. Jeez.
Oh, Linda, my cousin Linda's on here, and I guess thank you, Linda, for listening to the podcast. They're fun. Linda's one of my heroes. She's a hiker. She does it all. She's a kayaker. She has more energy than I do, and gets out there and loves life. So. And the first thing I remember about Linda when I first met her was she had a pet skunk. And that was the coolest skunk that I ever saw. It's the only skunk that I really wanted to be around.
I don't want to be around any skunk.
It got your attention. It got your attention. But it was destunked. So you didn't have to worry about it.
Well, that's a plus.
Yeah, named Love. The skunk's name was Love. And it was great. And so is Linda. Oh my. But
I thought maybe she called it Pepe Le Pew.
that would be a good name. That would be a good name. Oh my. But yeah, she just got back from I think from a kayaking trip with friends. So yeah. And she's on Facebook, so this is cool. They must have changed something because before I didn't get the comments from Facebook. I only got comments from YouTube, and now I'm able to see the comments from Facebook. So that's neat. I don't know if you're seeing them, Max, but I can see them.
Yeah, I think if Nicole is responded from Facebook, then I'm seeing it.
Nicole responded from she responded from YouTube, but Linda, this is her skunk's name. It's Love, so she responded from there. Shasta Valley just came on. Hello,
I see
hello.
him. Yeah.
Very good.
Trev.
Want that, Max?
Oh, I just was saying hi to Trev. That's from Shasta Valley.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Travis.
Yeah.
Travis.
Yep.
Call him Trav for short. So.
Well, I appreciate him coming on with us and visiting with us. Again, if anyone wants to join Max and I, there's the StreamYard website. I think the band. I think they should come up here on it.
Well, I figured you'd have 3 or 4 people in before I got set up. So.
No, it's been a crazy week. It really has been a crazy week, and I didn't line anyone up, and came real close to saying I don't know that I'm going to do it tonight, but then I'm glad I did. We do have folks coming in and joining in with us, so, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'd rather do this than go outside right now. Wow.
Well,
I washed the wife's car yesterday, and I just roasted doing that.
I went out this morning. It was 8 o'clock. It was already, I think, 95 degrees at 8. And it was just sort of a slow rise through the day to 100.
Oh, yeah.
And, oh, yeah. There it was. Yeah. Like you were saying earlier, though, hiking in this weather, you best be prepared for it. You really do. You need to be very careful. Those things, and I start to get stir crazy when I'm when I'm not outside. So I end up.
Well,
I feel like when I was growing up, I was the youngest of 6 boys, and when we would start fighting at the house, Mom would kick us out. Take that outside, and I feel like I'm a kid again. Connie says, "You take that outside. you need to go out and walk.
Well, I know that's what you prefer to do, so.
I really do. I like to be outside. And it's hot. And yeah, I bet you are beyond stir crazy. Oh my. Yeah, Travis has been out since the last year. Yeah, I really need to.
So do I, but it just hasn't been happening.
Yeah. Well, Kevin lives down in Texas, so I'm sure he's hot down here.
Oh, geez, yeah. Well, my wife just came back from Texas, and they were having 100-degree weather down there, too, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember, talking about being stir crazy. When I was in the Pentagon, my first time, my boss was a 2-star general, and I was a young major. And I was his executive officer, so I was his, I called it the horse handler. I kept his schedule and took care of him. And when he didn't go out, when he was in the office too long, he just got cranky. And he would just get really cranky and start chewing out everybody for no reason.
My.
So I was really the only person that could go in his office, and I'd say, "Sir, it's time for us to go for a run." And he'd look at me and say, "Is it that bad?" "Yes, sir. It's that bad. We got to go for a run." So we did. But again, I was a lot younger back then.
Yeah.
The heat didn't bother me.
Starting to get it be that I can't even remember being young anymore. Isn't that sad?
I don't think we were born old.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder.
Oh goodness. Well,
I almost was going to flop that fly, but he left again. He's bugging the heck out of me. He is bugging me.
He's probably getting joy out of that.
Yeah.
Travis said he's got stall fever. I've never heard it put that way before, but I can understand it.
Yeah.
So. Thank you. My podcast with Mighty Blue. Enjoyed it. That was a fun time. Steve is the guy that runs Mighty Blue, that has Mighty Blue, and he contacted me a few weeks ago, and we did this podcast interview on his show, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It's very different being on that side than on this side. Did you get it?
No, I missed.
Oh goodness.
I need a fly swatter instead of my hat.
Yeah, I'd start breaking things if I tried to.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid I'll hit my camera or send my mouse flying or something like that.
Oh goodness, yes. Well, I'm moving my adventure stuff to another room today, turning it into a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yes, I'm going to start working on finishing out this space that I'm in. I think I mentioned that a couple of weeks ago, and I was going to wait until I got back for my next hike, but I'm not. That hike's being postponed, so I may go ahead and order the materials and get it in here so I can start working on it. And I might do videos of that. I don't know if it's like the artificial intelligence one, then it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah. Well, even if you get one watch, it's worth it, I guess. So
that is true. It's worth it to somebody, and that's an important point. That what are we really after? And if we're after to provide somebody with something that they enjoy, then hey, that's good.
I do it more for my own enjoyment than anybody else's, because I don't think I'm all that good at it. So.
Oh, I disagree. I disagree. That last video you did with the pouch, on the ridge line of your hammock. Yeah,
that was just a little quickie.
That's brilliant, and you could use that for so many things. But
for
what you're using it for, when I do pack, it's I just don't know what to ever do with that. So that would work. And I'm just about. Nicole has just about convinced me to try a hammock. I'm really tempted. And
just get yourself an inexpensive one to just try it out, and then if you like it, then step up from there.
Yeah, that's sort of what I did with tent. I didn't know if I would like a trekking pole tent or not, and then when I got the Lanshan, back in those days, the Lanshan, which was a knockoff of the Z-Pax duplex.
Yeah.
Only it was $99, and the Z-Pax was $600. So I got that, really liked it. In fact, my brother still has it, and I agree with Kevin. We get into this because of the state of good people.
Right. Yeah, Travis is right on that. Yeah. You meet a lot of good people in this community. So.
Yeah. Oh, and Ken just came in. And Ken, if you want to join in, just sign on, my friend. We got about 20 minutes to go. And Vika, I need you to send me your contact information. I was going to send Vika the link for this today, and I didn't have her contact information. Let's send her an email. So here again is, I'll put my email up here so that Vika's got it. Here we go. Is that it? Nope. I'm going to find it. Where is it? That's not it. Here it is. There's my email address. Oh, Vika, if you and Tutal would please send me an email. I know we've exchanged emails before, but my system had a hiccup and I can't find your message. So please, I'd love to get them on here, and I think that would be a lot of fun. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. Dan at wanderingmonkhikes.com. Pretty easy. Get the comments down here. Ooh. Where are we at?
Now.
There we go.
Well, your Nightbot sure pops in there a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I may have to slow that thing down. You can slow it down, but I do like it when people say hello or when people type monk and it puts their their YouTube channel.
Right, and yeah, I guess if you miss it, that's nice that something is, the system's going to say hi at least, you know.
Yeah. But I tell you, I really liked, I got to find a way to, I like putting that video up, because that gave me about 12 minutes. But I could just chat with you, which was a lot of fun. And yes, I'm with you, Vika. I want the weather to cool off. That was my video shared this morning.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to get a camp in until fall now, the way this is going.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like Travis. I used to do good when I was much younger. And in fact, when I was in officer candidate school, and I was 21 years old, and one of the TAC officers pulled me off to the side, and he was afraid I was having heat stroke because I wasn't sweating. And it's, Georgia in June is hot. And but I never sweat. Well, that changed. Here's the link. There it is. And I put it up in the beginning of the comments. Let me pull that again. And I'll put it down here so folks can see it. Here's the link right here. Alrighty. So when fall does get there, what do you think? What do you think you'll do?
What was that?
When the weather does break and it cools down, what do you think?
Oh, I've been wanting to get out to a place here. I've made a video on it before. It's called Castle Gardens, and there's like 4 campsites in Castle Gardens, and it's in the desert out there. And I wanted to go out there, and they've got like in each little campsite, except for one, they've got a little pavilion in the campsite, and you can set up a hammock inside the pavilion, and that's what I wanted to do. But it's been so hot, I don't want to go out in the desert, and I haven't even bothered to try the mountains because it's not much cooler up there than it is down here. So
now, of course, Nicole was there, I guess, a month ago. But there's PTL. But I think it was cooler for her. I hope it was.
Yeah.
Or in concrete.
Well, it's cooler, but it's only about 5 degrees cooler in the mountain right now than it is down here. So it's not much. It does get cooler at night, though. I will admit that.
Well, yeah, but that's sort of deserty, when the sun goes down. Well, we got 2 more that's going to join us. Ken is here. There's Ken. And then,
here he is.
Who we got? And we got Vika.
Hey,
hi, Vika. Yeah. I'm so excited.
I finally figured it out.
Good deal. It's good to have you. But this link changes every week, so I need you to send me an email, and I'll send you the link for next week and get you in. And if Too Tall is ready, we'd like to have you guys come on. That'd be fun.
Yeah, the only thing about Too Tall is he works on Monday nights.
Yeah.
So
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. So yeah, but I'm glad to have you here, and glad to have Ken here and Max. This is fun. This is very fun. Ken, loved your last video.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was good to see see all those folks that were coming through. And, I watched OG's video this morning where he's, the couple of folks that he had been hiking with, he had them on and sort of did a real quick interview with them, or at least introduced them, and that was really nice.
I haven't seen that one yet, so when you're done, I was actually logging in to watch some, and I'll go check that out when this is done.
Yeah, I've got to catch up with some of my favorites too. So, yeah. And then Vika, what have you been doing?
Most our garden is winding up now, so I've been working a lot in the garden. We had a ton of garden this year, so and
really?
I always can and put up all our food and everything. But like I say, I'll be glad whenever the weather cools off and we can get back out in the woods again.
Yes.
Our foothills trail hike ended abruptly because my back went out on me.
Oh no!
Yeah, and but I'm seeing a chiropractor now, and he assures me that he will be able to fix the problem. And so I still have it in my wheelhouse. I'm not giving up on that one.
Very, very good. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, the part that we did hike it's gorgeous. It was just phenomenal.
Did you start at Oconee and go?
Yeah, we started at Oconee and ended up at Durrell's Ford, and then had to hike out in order to get cell service. And it's an amazing story because my back was hurting me so bad, and we had to hike 2.5 miles to a hard surface road trying to get cell service. And we didn't know if we'd have it when we got there. But when we got there, just that we still didn't have cell service, but the moment that we stepped our foot on that hard surface road, Taz pulled up. And he pulled off the road and he said, "Hey, do y'all need a ride?" I said, "Yes."
Oh man, that's so good. And Taz is such a neat guy. So,
yeah. And he recognized us, and he pulled off immediately.
I am so sorry for your back, though. My back went out on the Cherokee Trail. I had to get off for about a week. Chiropractor got me squared away, and then I got back.
Wow.
Yeah,
but yeah, and I hated it for Too Tall because he was really, really looking forward to that. But he left with me. He was, in his last video that he put out, he explains why, and he's just such a good son.
He's a good guy, and yeah, I watched that. I did enjoy it, and I was so feeling for you.
Yeah.
I gotta say, my brother is online on the comments now. James Paul, he is my next older brother. He's 3 years older than me, and when you're in a big family, it's almost like you've got two families. Like the three oldest brothers, they were there, and then the three younger brothers, we were sort of a group. And then everybody, Jim and I were best buds, still are, and it's good to have him on here. So,
can you guys hear me still?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
You're still there.
I'm playing around with my electronics. I'm trying a different speaker. I'm trying the speaker's working, I guess, but the better video is not working.
Oh, okay.
Playing around with it.
Well, you're doing good. You're doing good.
And I'm ready for a shower. I've been out working. I was at the church loading up a truck with a bunch of brush and sticks. I bring it up to my neighbor and dump it down his hill for Phil.
That's man. Well, what's the temps like up in Connecticut?
Today was beautiful. It's been very hot. It's been in the high 80s.
It's been hot everywhere.
But last night it went down in the 60s. I turned the AC off, with open the windows, and that cold air just went in. It was beautiful.
Can you pipe up some of it down here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice. Oh, lost
Oh,
me.
lost Mika. If she comes back, she'll be. Hopefully, she'll come back in. I'm waiting for her, and I'll pop her back into the show. Yeah.
It's funny, Dan, you mentioned OG. I literally sat on the couch before I took my shower. I was going to catch up on a couple videos. OG was the one I was going to look at, and I noticed in the corner your live stream. And I said, I got to go out there real quick.
Oh, I'm glad you did. Yeah.
Sue
OG.
just got in touch with Holly, Backpacking Bible. She's, I think, getting close to New Hampshire, northern New Hampshire, close to Maine. And we're thinking about going up to Maine next week and supporting her one more time.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Now she through hike?
She's going from. Oh no, she's a flip flop. Holly's a flip flop. She started late. Yeah, she started at Harper's Ferry. She's planning to do the whole thing, but she's just doing the northern from Harper's Ferry to Maine right now, and then she'll flop down and go south. And the last time we fed hiking movie, Greyhound, he said the next time we go, she'd rather I hike with her than feed her.
Yeah, now that's such a neat idea.
I'm trying to work that. I would love to do Franconia Ridge when she gets there, so I'm trying to find that and see if I could do that with her.
That's cool. That is cool.
Maybe I could catch her when she crosses the road before it, hike up over the ridge, camp for the night, and then I'll hike back out there the same way I came in the next day.
Yeah.
Go back over Franconia Ridge a second time. That would be pretty neat.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Well, I try to do a theme every year. And so next year's theme, I'm sort of balancing between paying it forward. Because what I would like to do is get a group of young people to go hiking and just take them to different hikes and do some videos of that. That's a challenge with YouTube because, I don't like putting young people out on YouTube.
Right. When you say the other one, how old are you? What age group are you looking at?
High school kids.
Probably wouldn't be bad getting them on there if they're high school age.
Probably wouldn't be bad. I would want to talk to the parents and make sure they're okay with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then if I don't do that, I'm going to play on a theme of in a small town. And I'm just going to do a full year of Independence Kansas, and I'm going to show all the crazy things that goes on here. Because this is just such a fun place that, any small town has its own stuff. And so I'm thinking of doing that. But then I'm already, for the year after that, Lord willing, I'm planning to do a big announcement. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but I may need your help in part of that. So hang in there.
It wouldn't have the letters TA in it, would it?
Well, they'll be in there somewhere.
Keep us in suspense, Dan.
All right. Yeah, it's it will be my 69th birthday that year, and
I wish I could do my 59th again.
Oh, boy.
69.
69. Oh, 69.
Yeah. No.
Well, then I'm only a few years ahead of you then.
Oh yeah, you're not far. You're not far. But,
I'm 72,
well, that's my brother.
Yeah.
One of my brothers. My brother that I hike with. That's Rick. But yeah. But and he still hikes me into the dirt. He is a hiker. That guy. He makes me think of my dad. The way he walks, his gait. It's so. It looks like he's going slow, and he just keeps getting distance. Sort of like Ken.
Yeah.
Ken does that too.
I just keep going. That's all.
Oh, me.
I'm a little nervous about going out in the White Mountains with through hikers that have been hiking from Georgia, because I definitely don't have my trail legs.
Well, there's something to that. Although I was, watching OG, and when he got to Maine, and he starts talking about he's just tired.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, hey, well, yeah, that makes me nervous.
It's been a tough year. Did you see the, I'm not sure if you talked about it already, did you see the accident on the AT?
No.
The guy, I can't think of his trail name. He was 67, I believe, crossing a stream up in Vermont. He didn't check in with his family. They found him 1.5 miles downstream.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He was crossing heavy water then, huh?
Yeah. There's been so much flooding this year. I've watched videos. You've seen it, Dan, probably with OG. You're watching them crossing all those rivers. I think 1 or 2 of them I had to take my shoes off. The rest of them I was on rocks and I could go across.
Yeah.
They're thigh deep, waist deep, and that water's running.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What he's showing is running. But
so up in Vermont, they had roads washing out, and he was alone and went across one, and it took him down.
Oh, they even had bridges wash out, didn't they?
Yeah.
Trail bridges? I know a bunch of trail bridges washed out.
Yeah,
in different trails.
Yeah, but as well as up north in Vermont, roads. I think in Maine as well, there were some areas they were you couldn't get into the trailhead on certain roads because the roads had washed out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
they were closing roads here, left and right up in the mountains.
When Rick and I did that Roan Mountain to Damascus section, there was sections that were the signs were up that they were closed. The waters had gone down and receded. It wasn't bad, but at one time, just like a week before, it had been bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greyhound was saying that in some of the areas, there were signs that said, if it's high water, there's a reroute around. And so if she was alone, she would take the reroute. If she was only if she was with other people did she did the crossing, and that's smart.
Yes.
That way, if you go get caught, then somebody's there to help you.
Somebody's there to, yeah.
Yeah, we got a young woman that's missing here. She's hiking in the high desert, and she's unaccounted for. They found her car. They haven't found her yet.
Yeah.
I saw that in, I think, on the news where she was.
Yeah, it's. They're still looking for her. They haven't found her yet.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Well, yeah. Wind River Range.
That's it's just too hot to be out there right now, especially in the desert. And
yeah, you really have to.
It's not good.
Well, the little trail that Ken and I did, the Elk River Trail. I did it, the year before, and that's when I got a heat injury. I think that was my first heat injury, and that was just heat exhaustion. And then I came home, and 2 days later, there was a young man from a town in central Kansas had come down to hike it, and they found him. He had a heat stroke and died on the trail. And where he died, again, was in that first, 3-4 mile section. So the river's right there. So he didn't have any water on him when he died. The river was right there.
And I still see that when I'm out hiking. People out there, no water, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something
I
I
hike.
always like to bring. Make sure I have extra water. I always take too much.
Yeah.
A lot of people go with, they'll carry 1 liter and just keep, they'll pedal up when they get to the stream, but I always have to have 2 just in case.
Yeah.
I do too. I hike my fears. I know I do. I pack my fears.
Yeah.
And water's my fear. I carry more than I need, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm carrying it. I'm not asking anyone else to.
No. No.
Yeah.
I'd rather carry it than not have it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And Travis makes a good point. Fight the cold over the heat any day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to be cold.
No, neither do I.
But I work it. Yeah. Yeah.
If I have the right gear, I agree. I'll fight the cold, but when you don't have the right gear and your feet get cold, and oh boy, I don't like that.
Yeah, my hands.
Your hands, yeah.
My hands. So I got frostbite when I was a young lieutenant, and so my hands will ache when it gets cold. They turn blue and they just ache. And anything below 45 degrees. If it's 45
really?
degrees, I'll put on a thin glove, like a glove liner, and then below 40 degrees, I'm wearing my glove. But Travis, that's the answer right here. Right there's the answer.
Yep.
I look like the Michelin Man when I go out in the winter.
Okay.
Hey guys, I gotta make a call, so I'm gonna drop out. It was good briefly coming in.
Well, we're gonna have to close it down.
Well, take care, Ken.
And, take care. Anything else, Matt? You want to share before we?
Not really.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on here.
Oh, you bet. Sorry I was late.
The door's always open. No, if you weren't late, you're right on time. You're right on time. I used to say that when I was the commander. When I was the commander I was an installation commander, and I'd go into my staff meetings, and usually my schedule was so tight that I would run, 5-10 minutes late. And but I've had my chief of staff. Somebody said, "Well, he's late." And my chief of staff said, "He's not late. Whenever he gets here, he's right on time." So there you are, Max. Whenever you get here, you're right on time.
Well, I had a sergeant one time tell me that 15 minutes early is late.
Yep, that's a good sergeant. It sounds like a good sergeant. All right. Well, I think it's after 6 o'clock East Central. It's after 5 o'clock
All right.
time. After 7 o'clock Eastern. So we'll stop we'll do it again next week. If
all right.
Kicking. And
well, see if I can make it in here next week too. So.
All right. Well.
Yeah. What's the theme going to be next week? What's your theme going to be next week?
I don't know yet.
Or you haven't? You don't know yet. Okay.
I'll let you know. I'm shooting from it. But got to tell my brother I love him. It's always good to see Jim online. He takes care of a bunch of young boys, and so for him to get the chance to break from them and come in here to listen to me, I'm honored that he'd spend that time. Travis, good to have you here. Good to have everyone. And Max, thanks again.
Yeah.
And all of you, every one of you, stay safe, stay healthy, stay on the path. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye, Dan.